Good evening and salutations, my GH fans. I'm glad that the beef between Maxie and Brooklyn is kind of donezo because I'm going to be honest, Maxie's done some stuff in the past and she's asked for forgiveness countless times. And I'm not sitting there saying what Brooklyn did was right, but I'm like, bro, I'm like, sis, you can't be sitting there standing on such a high moral ground after the history of things that you've done over the years. So I'm glad that Sasha was there to sit there and kind of, you know, mediate the situation because I understand her being upset, but after a while, I'm like, boo, this is insane, you know. Um, Apparently Sasha's gonna do a photo shoot. Maxie wasn't too sure about it because everything that Sasha's been through, and just wondering if she's going to be able to handle such a, I guess, stressful situation. I mean, here's the thing: I don't know much about photo shoots, so I can't sit there and say how high stress it is or not. But anyway, apparently, some photographer that I've never heard about, who is super famous, is coming to Port Charles. So, um, hopefully, they'll actually do the photo shoot, and it won't be like something that they do like off screen because budget issues and everything. So is Lois leaving? Because from what Olivia and Tracy was talking about, Lois may be like leaving. Um, some about a going away party. I don't know. I I know some people may be kind of bummed about that. I don't know if it's true or not. I mean, apparently Sasha was leaving and then Sasha stayed. So at this point, who the hell knows? But one of the things that Tracy managed to get inside Olivia's head was the possibility that Lois was going after Ned for some odd reason. And she actually pressed her about it. I was like, bro, why are you not listening to Tracy? Tracy wants your husband committed. She's done with this whole Eddie May nonsense. She's like, yo, listen, the company's not being taken care of. Leo's not being taken care of. Y'all got to do something. This whole let's just wait and see what happens isn't working. Tracy's going to be going for a little bit to handle Luke's affairs with Bobby. Which okay. The sad thing is that it doesn't even really have a lot of it doesn't even have a lot of emotional impact because of course we never actually saw Luke. We never saw him die. So it's kind of like an afterthought of who really cares. Ned is trying to, or Eddie. No, screw that. I'm calling him Ned. Ned is they're super obsessed with this song, and Lois is like, "You need to get out the house. You need to sit there and find some inspiration. You being cooped up in here, this isn't working." And so somehow Ned, in his mind, decided to go to the boathouse um, after hearing some voices and jump into the water. And I'm like, bro, can you even swim? I understand she was like, you need to take a leap of faith, but not if you don't actually know how to swim. So Olivia tries to find Ned, goes to the boathouse, realizes all his clothes are on the floor, and now she's sitting there yelling and screaming. And I'm like, didn't you sit there and say in like the first episode or so that you was like a swimming champion or something like that? Is she actually going to sit there and jump in the water? Mason is questioned by Chase after Chase questions Austin, and Mason's like, "Yo, listen, you get the DA, I'll cut you a deal. I'll sit there and sing like a canary." Austin is like pacing back and forth outside, just wondering, just on Petro, wondering what he says. So he goes in there and he's like, "Yo, what'd you say?" And Mason starts messing around with him, talking about, "Yeah, I blamed everything on you. You must start running now." And they talk about turning over Cyrus, and Mason's like, "I'm not doing that. I'm not signing my own death for it. I'm not going to do that." And I'm just like saying, what are you going to do then? Because if you're not going to turn over Mason, who the hell cares if you turn over Austin? You're not going to get anything with Austin. Your best bet is to turn over Mason. That's option number two. Option number one is just keep quiet. Because like you said, it's a death sentence if he turns in Cyrus. I'm like, bro, option three is you just sit there and just take it. Um and you just go to jail for a little bit or however long it takes. Um and maybe Cyrus will look after you, maybe he won't, who knows, but using it to turn in Cyrus is a bad idea. So I have no idea what kind of deal he plans on making with the DA. Sonny is not there letting Ava know that most likely Austin was working with Mason the whole time, and she kind of realized it because she kind of had an idea that something was off. That something was off with Austin in general, and Sonny was just like, listen, you're usually smarter than this. Like you've been played. And that's something that I've noticed with Jonah Hospital when it comes towards Ava is that they've definitely watered her down. This is what I like to call character assassination. They definitely watered her down. They also watered Anna down too. Anna was like a version of Nikita. Okay, if you saw the movie, watched any one of the TV shows, you know what I'm talking about when I sit there and say Nikita. Okay, that's pretty much who Anna used to be. So Drew is back. Michael's happy to see him. They talk for a little bit just to kind of catch up. And then, Carly's like, I want to sit there and know who turned me in, Like, I want to sit there and find them. And I'm like, why? Everything kind of turned out roses for y'all. You never really spent any jail time. You lost a hotel, okay, fine, but you got another business. It's not like you out on the streets and they're scrounging and scrunging and stuff like that. Drew's out of jail for a crime. Let's be honest, should have probably actually had him in jail more years. So why is she so adamant about trying to find the person who turned him in? Like, what's the difference? It's over. They talk about Ned for a little bit, and Michael's like, well, maybe I don't know, maybe it's not Ned. Just saying, just throwing it out there. Um, and Drew's like, yeah, I don't really want to sit there and bother Olivia if that's the case or whatever. And then, Drew's just like, how about we just sit there and just let it go? It's behind us. I'm out. You're not in jail. We're good. Now, Michael did sit there and say something um, as far as having Nina give the hotel back to Carly. And a couple of my subscribers just sit there saying that I don't know if that's possible. From what I understood, Carly couldn't accept large gifts. I think a hotel is considered to be a large gift. But that doesn't seem like it really makes a lot of sense. I mean, maybe with Sunny. Now maybe with Sunny because they really want to get Sunny and they really wanted Carly to sit there and turn him over. And with Michael being a little bit too close to the whole SEC thing, that was kind of a no go. But I don't understand why nobody else couldn't help her. Like I don't understand why Josh couldn't help her. I don't understand why Nina couldn't even give back the hotel to Carly at this point. It's not really making a lot of sense to me. Um, I know a lot of people. I know a lot of Carly fans want that to happen, but I don't know why it can't. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like Carly, but I'm like, bro, what you did was on you. You lost a hotel because of your stupidity. So I don't feel bad for you. As far as Nina having the hotel, let her keep the hotel. That's on you, bro. Um, but I don't understand why she can't actually get it back. I don't get that at all. I feel like that's about it, but let me double check my notes, Tom. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like that's pretty much about it. I don't know what to sit there and say about this episode. Felt like it was kind of like yesterday's episode, to be honest. Maybe a little better, maybe about the same. anytime that Mason and Austin's in the room is pretty interesting. I don't know. I'm really trying to scrounge for the at the bottom of the barrel for for compliments at this point. I don't want to sit there and be a Debbie Downer. I don't. But sometimes I have to sit there and be real, and it's a very complicated thing to do from being a critic, but also being a fan of the show. You know, because I feel like for me, and I'm not speaking for anyone else. I feel like for me, I can't just be someone who has blind loyalty. You know, I've been watching the show since I was in high school. I've been watching the show since I was in high school. I grew with these characters. I grew to either love these characters or hate these characters or kind of be indifferent about these characters, but for the most part, still enjoy seeing these characters on screen. Um, but see, I'm not one to sit there and give things a pass. When some people sit there and say, well, not every episode can be good, and it's like, I'm not with that. Sorry, I'm not with the excuses of not every episode can be good because ratings do matter, and it will decide if the show stays on the air or not. So to sit there and say to give it a pass by simply saying not every episode can be good, it's like that sounds like an excuse. Now you know me, I don't do excuses. I don't do excuses. I rarely give grace. Um, but yeah, I don't know. You can watch this episode or not watch this episode. Um, I'm wondering if Lois is leaving or if she's not leaving. I'm going to be honest. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's nice that she was there, but I can either take her or leave Lois. I don't really. I have no true attachments to her. Like as far as she leaves, I'm not like, oh my god. It's just like, okay. I don't know. I feel like there's other stuff about this episode that I just might have happened and I can't remember, or maybe I was just too bored to watch. To remember. But if I do, come to the live stream tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We'll sit there and talk about all the shows. General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Bold and the Beautiful, and Young and the Restless. And yeah, with that being said, I'm going to go. I want to thank you for watching. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.